Hello YouTube, this is something new here on my channel. I thought I'd do a little tutorial. I haven't done any like these. I kind of think there's so much wealth of information on, say, Omri Cohen's channel that it feels always a bit redundant. But occasionally I come across some things and I thought I'd share them. For instance, I really like to do in my VCV patching all those things that remove events from the typed grid of a clock. So one way to do this is, of course, with ratcheting. There are a couple of sequences that provide this functionality. So for instance, here's pathsets grid. It goes into the snare model of the macro oscillator 2. Then of course some delay, and there's reverb over here, right? Basically sounds like this. A bit of modulation here for the timbre and the morph, which is the snare's decay time basically. So, and like all the path set sequences, there's a knob that introduces ratcheting. It's something that I use as a building block quite a lot, or that I have used in the past. I might use this gate output not necessarily to trigger voices, but maybe to drive another sequencer or like an arpeggiator, something like this. Right in the right click menu you can set the speed for the ratcheting. Okay, so that's that thing here. On a very similar note, a module that I like to use a lot is the R gate from Bog Audio. Right, I put it into here and into here, and so this is a clock divider and multiplier. Right, it does this, and it's super nice and powerful. Just for some sort of get, you can do crazy shit with this. I disconnect this for a moment. Fun to be had. Now the R gate, of course, has this as a CV control. So a thing that I used to do in the past is to say, let's by the way, disregard this stuff to the left here. A thing I might do is something like this. And then what you dial in here with the clock multiplier is the thing that happens when this receives 10 volts. Another way to ratcheting, and what I had only very recently realized is I could sequence this, right? So let's pick the ADDR sequencer here, also from Bog Audio. Any other sequencer quite works, but I like this especially to sequence modulations with discrete values. So if the same clock goes into here, and this goes into here, then suddenly you have a super powerful ratcheting machine without this here from the sequencer. And I never realized it's that simple to do this, and I think it's quite cool. Now, of course, the ADDR sequencer has an expander, so you could take this quite a step further. So, 16 steps of ratcheting sequences. Maybe let's randomize the notes. Now a way to even spice this up, of course, a bit further would be to take a second one of this, put this into the clock, and then for this sequencer here, I'd like to have a slower clock, divided by 2. And also the main clock should get the divided by 2. And so you get these kind of phasing things where this multiplier kind of multiplies this, but because this is not a steady clock, you get these steps that are sort of in between or sometimes lagging, which is quite funky. And for some bit of context for this, I have a bunch of other things down here. For instance, a bass line. Which is this. So I'm sequencing a very simple B sharp, B flat, F, G bass line here into basal with a bit of filter modulation on the gate or on the change of the notes. I have a bass drum for micro oscillator 2. Oh yeah. And I have a resonator from here. A ratcheting machine. If that's your thing, have fun, go nuts.